Good afternoon, everybody. Jason here, and in today's video I wanted to discuss how fear can oftentimes hold us back from doing the things that we really want to do. To give kind of a brief example, I started this YouTube channel about a year ago, but prior to starting the channel I was very nervous and I asked a bunch of my friends a ton of questions about what they thought of the idea for the channel, and I ended up getting really worried, like, oh my gosh, what is everybody going to think? Ultimately, when I released my first couple of videos, the reception was very positive. Another example from my own life is when I first meet people, I'm usually very nervous, very reserved, but as they kind of get to know me and I kind of get to know them, I'm, less fearful of what does this person think of me and that type of thing. In both of these examples, it's not really a good idea to wait until everything's perfectly aligned. If you just kind of focus on like, oh, I need to wait until, I look perfect, or, I am more fit or whatever until I go out and meet people, or, I have the best camera until I start that YouTube channel, or, I have enough capital to start that business. That, in my opinion, is not what gets results, because that thinking subconsciously, again, in my opinion, comes from a place of like fearfulness. You are kind of afraid to take the leap to start and put yourself out there. I guess my point in kind of this part of the video is, if you are somebody who is experiencing fearfulness, is to just put yourself out there and just go for it. Oftentimes, if you think of the worst case scenario, again, from my own experience, the worst case scenario kind of overshadows what you can actually achieve. And I know it's difficult because we're all kind of, or at least most of us, are stuck inside at the moment. So that fearfulness can kind of creep up on us. But I encourage you to just try and reach for your goals in ways that you can think up at the moment and go for it. One other thing I want to mention really quickly, you can't see it because I closed the curtains in here, but it's snowing out today. Oh wow, it's snowing today. Yeah, that's a lot of snow. On a day like today when it's snowing and we're all kind of inside, and or at least I am, and it's very comfortable to kind of read a book or watch a Netflix show. It's easier to just be like, oh, I'll get to that thing I really want to do tomorrow, or the next day, or the day after that, or next week, or whatever. I think it's really important that, yes, there are times when, we need to kind of indulge in being comfortable, but it's also important to know when we're being too comfortable, if that kind of makes sense. I hope it does. So anyway, I encourage you, if you find yourself coming up with excuses like, today's a snowy day, so I was almost like, oh, I don't need to make a video. I encourage you to think about that and then kind of reevaluate what you do for that day. So the other thing I want to mention about fear, since I like mentioning books in my videos sometimes, I'm currently reading this book, Wise as F. It's a great book. I'd recommend it if you're kind of into reading self-help books at the moment. Gary John Bishop has a way of, telling it as it is. So anyway, if you find yourself, saying, I can't do something, or, I don't want to do something, ask yourself, where is that kind of feeling coming from? Is it truly something you can't do? So ask yourself, are you saying I can't do something, or I don't want to do something? Is that genuine? Or are you, using that as a way to kind of avoid being afraid of doing that thing? I know this is kind of tricky sometimes. He talks about it in the book, Wise as F. That's why I brought it up. But I do encourage you to think about that, because the quicker sometimes you realize, oh, I can't actually do that. I'm kind of in my own way at the moment. Or no, I truly can't do that. Try and figure out the difference as to if it's fear talking, so to speak, or if it's something you truly can't do. So the last thing I want to mention in this video is the quicker you kind of realize where your feelings of fear are coming from, the quicker you can get out of your own way and go on to be successful or go on to do other things. More often than not, again from my own experience, a lot of these feelings of fear that are created in my head or anybody's head are very unrealistic, and when we get nervous, it creates a unrealistic vision of the worst possible scenario. So I encourage you to kind of realize that as quickly as possible, and just go for whatever you want to do and not be afraid. The other thing I want to say just really quickly is on my Instagram a couple months ago I talked about how this year I really want to stop saying like, oh, I can't do that, or I want to do that but I can't. I want to stop doing that. I want to create a lot of better habits, and I will hope you will join me on that journey. So thank you very much for watching, and if you did go on to enjoy this video, be sure to give it a like, and I will talk to you all later. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.